Let's start from this premise. It's just a fucking idea. It's just a fucking idea. What? Everything. Everything is just a fucking idea, people. So, don't be getting married to your ideas. Don't be getting married to anybody else's ideas. Don't be getting engaged and then out of sorts with your engagement and then divorced from your engagement to your ideas or truth. Who? I'm looking for truth. We're truth seekers. Truth, truth, truth. Can't you see that truth is folly? Whose truth? What truth? Truth when? Truth how? The philosopher Heraclitus stated it, I suppose it's a couple of thousand years ago now. He said, everything is in total flux. Nothing stays the same. And when you get involved in the nature of the universe, you'll see that the universe defies all attempts of the human being to pigeonhole it. It absolutely will not comply with the silly little pink ape's insecurity to pigeonhole this and pigeonhole that and let something be true, and so we could build on truth, because if we don't have truth then we're all insecure and we don't know what we're doing. If things keep changing all the time, if you keep moving the goalposts, cosmos, yeah, just like you do, all you motherfuckers at the top, you move the goalposts all the time. You're just a replicant of the cosmos. We all are. There is no truth, people. And so any of you that think you're looking for truth and you like going on to truth-seeking channels and they call themselves truth seekers and this, that and the other, they're very, very naive, foolish and immature. And they are evidently in the very early stages of waking up. So, if we want to try to find truth, then I suppose the greatest semblance, the closest we're going to get, is with our physicists, right? The people that like empirical data. They like to do experiments, and they do this experiments over and over and over and over again to see if they always get the same result, conclusion, or if every now and again there's a spanner thrown in the works and then it's like, damn, we did it 99,000 times and then the last time it did something different. Well, this is what quantum physicists are saying now. They're accepting it. They're saying, look, it appears that the universe is a conscious, evolving entity. It's a living thing. It is no longer considered to be atoms and molecules like Newton once proposed. That theory is long since been busted, of course, by quantum physics, quantum mechanics, because now they look for Newtonian matter and molecules and atoms and all that, and they go, well, they're not there. We used to think they were. We used to do calculations which kind of expressed that they were there, but they never were there in actual fact. It's just an idea. And one of the quantum physicists in the early days of quantum physics, in the early 1900s, I'm not sure, it may have been Schrödinger, he decided to draw some stuff on the board as an illustration in front of his peers. Now, of course, all the peers, the only thing they ever dealt with was math. They never ever dealt with anything in the physical form. They never tested anything in the physical reality, because they know that there's no physical reality. Nothing can be tested, but they can hypothesize about what happens here and there and what this is and what that is. And so one of the physicists, maybe Schrödinger, started to draw little balls on a blackboard, and called those atoms and called those molecules. And all of the audience, they threw up their hands, you know, around their eyes and around their ears, you know, screaming blasphemy. How can you bring something into a pictorial semblance of what we have in our equations? It can't be done. You can't do that. You can't bring that out into some sort of illustration. And he said, well, look, you know, it's all very well and good for those of us that can understand the math involved in this, but for the layperson in the street, they can't understand our math, and so therefore we need to give them something else. And so it was born then that they would start to speak to us via illustrations, just like Jesus was reputedly speaking to his followers with illustrations. Very basic, bland, banal illustrations of throwing a handful of seeds down there. If they fall on rocky ground, they're not going to grow. If they fall in weedy ground, they're going to get strangles. But if they fall on nice fertile soil, you know, with no weeds and everything, then they're going to flourish. I just go, wow, you know, is that where we were 2,000 years ago? I mean, I wonder how much people still don't get that very, very basic illustrations. And you can see that there's very, very many that don't, because they put themselves, or they find themselves in an environment which isn't conducive to their health and their life, and they don't know why they're sick. And so, look, when we look at sickness, then certain people have discerned that the vast majority of sicknesses these days are societally induced, and that means they're born out of stress, and then stress creates inflammation in certain forms and realms and guises, and then we start falling foul and prey to that. So what do we need to do? Well, we need to take ourselves out of that environment. Dr. Bruce Lipton, he speaks about this all the time. He's been speaking about it for years. The tests he did in relation to cells in petri dishes, and he placed them in different environments, and he just saw what happened. And he discerned that petri dishes with these cells in, the exact same cells, in negative environments would decay very quickly. And so it wasn't the genetics inside the nucleus of the cell which gave rise to illness, it was the environment. And that's key, people. And so in my life, throughout my younger years, if I was feeling out of sorts and I wasn't feeling entirely content, and I had an idea of what the world had to offer in far-flung places, so then I decided that I will go there. And so, with a pocket full of money and a small hold all of clothes, off I went to find these beautiful places, and travelling extensively all over the world, found many, many wonderful facets of what this life is to be, mixing in all different sorts of cultures, from jungle people, city people, desert people, all different sorts. And then you look at how they live, and you equate things. You see, I spent 3 years in Africa, and what I discerned about the African people, that I never saw any unhappy. I never saw them depressed. There was always big beaming smiles, and they all looked healthy. You know, they're slim and everything. You will get fat Africans, and generally the women, you know, that become sedentary. They've got, you know, several children, and they just sit down, you know, earning their keep, cooking or doing whatever they're doing. And it is a propensity for African women to, you know, put on a few pounds. And I suppose that's across the board with lots of women from lots of cultures, particularly in view of the fact that they eat a great deal of carbohydrate in their diet, plantain and rice and couscous and all them sorts of these sort of things. And so, in relation to looking at truth, well, there is no truth, people, and so I would give up on that ghost, because you'll always be disappointed and you'll always be disillusioned, and you may come upon people who you think are gurus to telling you this is true, and later, if you're astute enough and you're wise enough, then you will discover that what they said wasn't true. And the more I've studied and learned, the more I just see that this thing is just so paradoxical. I think in the first year of my awakening, I discovered that the cosmos is a paradox, because the more you look into stuff, then you'll just see that there's always the opposite there, and the opposite is always very, very feasible. And so then we look at the world in general, and we look at religion, and there's like the deity, and then there's the evil one, and then we look into the yin and the yang, and we look into all different facets of what it is to be. And so I think we just have to have a level of acceptance in relation to how the cosmos is. Now, when we look at the Garden of Eden, when Adam and Eve were in their abject ignorance, under the jurisdiction of a malicious, jealous, hateful demiurge called the dog-headed god, as soon as they ate from the tree of knowledge, then they become wise to this motherfucker. And I would think that they never got thrown out of the garden, they fucking left of their own accord. Oh, the motherfuckers fucking, lording it over us, trying to keep us dumb, motherfuckers. Well, it sounds like what's going on today, doesn't it? The powers that be trying to keep us dumb. It's exactly the same people. All these illustrations, in the Bible and everywhere, you just look at humanity. It's human psychology, that's what it is. There are no gods in the sky, there are no devils in the centre of the earth, and, evil demons and, angels and all these sort of things. They're all archetypes, they're all egregores, they're all born out of human psychology. And some of them actually make manifest in some sort of physicality or apparition due to the power that human energy is projecting upon them. And I speak in my book about encounters with Jehovah and with Jesus and with angels and demons. And so the energy forms, they absolutely exist. And then I've got another paragraph on attachments like succubuses and these sort of things. They most certainly do exist in an energy form. There's nothing in the reality, because there is no reality. But this yin and yang thing going on of polar opposites, of course it's filled with everything. It could never be just one thing. And this is why I just don't have any adherence with all love and it's all light and it's all beautiful. Oh, fuck off, please. In your fucking fantasy, it is that. If somebody called you fat bum, or if someone called you saggy tits, or someone called you big nose, or whatever, then all of a sudden now you want everything to be nice and lovely. And then you'll join a liberal fucking leftist party and you'll attack anyone that's fucking pointing out, you've got a big ass, bitch. Oh, look at your fucking nose, why are you so angry? Is it because you got a big horrible nose? It's probably got something to do with it. And so we've got to take it all on board, and we've got to realise that pain is very, very beneficial. And in my life, pain and trauma and terror has been remarkably beneficial to me. It's what makes us grow, it's what makes us strong. It's what turns us on to the reality of this thing that we're in. We've got to have everything. The universe is perfect, and anybody that tries to make it not perfect is a fucking idiot. And I've got to drop names here now, because I just got to tell it the way it is. But someone turned me on to this St. John Julian or whatever, and he's this guy with a beard and fucking hair, and he's got a little bit of a settlement in Africa, and I've watched him many times before, about 10 years before or something, and he's a decent guy, and he does the best and he wants the best, but he's always talking about Jesus and the Lord and how he loves everybody, and I'm like, what fucking planet are you living on? You're living in your own delusion. You're projecting love and light onto everybody. Open your fucking ears, eyes and heart. And then you discover that it really isn't like that. And there's very good reasons why it isn't like that. And it isn't all fucking love and light in Jesus. It's fucking bollocks. And this is why I've got the greatest of aversions to religions, and in particular Christianity and Islam. because they're just preposterous in their whole propagandized nonsense. It just doesn't stand up to reason and rational thought. It's fucking bollocks. It's a fantasy. It's a projection of insecure people that, you know, want the world to be cosy and lovely, and they don't want anything ever to happen to them which will cause them to be upset. Oh, really? Well, I mean, I wish trauma upon every single one of them. I really do, because trauma would shake them out of their ignorance and out of their stupid fake realities. You know, when people start growing up and they get introduced to a religion, and then they're clinging onto this Bible, and they've never read the fucking Bible, they've read a fucking few excerpts from it, they don't know what it means, they don't fucking apply themselves to it, they go to church, and the pastor, chaplain, is very, very selective what bullshit he reads, just like the same as in Islam. I've seen videos, and I've met lots of people from Islam, and they were absolutely shocked to discover really what's in that Quran. Because it was never taught to them. It's all stuff, passages and excerpts that are just fucking sidestepped. It's as if they don't exist. And it's all the stuff that talks about Muhammad not being, you know, the perfect human being. Far fucking from it. And so then we look at Jesus. Oh, Jesus is love and light. Well, he fucking whipped a few fucking people's asses, didn't he? With a stiff cane in the mosque, in the house of God, because they were fucking exchanging money and shit like that. And then, you know, he says, don't throw pearls to fucking swine, let the dead bury the fucking dead, you know, and a lot of things like this. And if you listen or you read certain books about Jesus in his childhood, he would just kill people with his fucking eyes, apparently. And if anybody crossed him, he'd fucking cripple them. All different sorts of stuff. They've kept that one out of the Bible. Well, all this information is there just the same as any other scriptures were. Book of Thomas, Book of Enoch, and all sorts of things. Nag Hammadi text, you know, Dead Sea Scrolls, you know, all this stuff is there, and they tell a different story. But what I'm saying is, the story that they tell people is yin and yang. It is beautiful, Jesus raising from the dead and saying, oh, it's all peace and love and the kingdom of God's within you. But then when someone crossed Jesus, he went, fuck you. You'll be a fucking cripple now, motherfucker. Or you'll fall down dead. And all these sort of things. So it's there, it's across the board, and it just depends how selective you want to be. Well, these Christian fools, religious fools, they're very, very selective, because that's what they need to keep them nice and cosy and comfortable. And if you say, well, read this and read that and look at this, look at what some scholars are talking about, Jehovah being the dog-headed God, actually being a remnant from Egyptian mythology, whereby basically they just copied the Egyptians with this dog-headed god because he was cruel and malicious. Well, you know, you read the Old Testament and you go, well, fuck me, that sounds exactly like that Egyptian motherfucker, cruel and malicious in every given opportunity. What he did was absolutely absurd. But you see, the Catholic Church and all the churches and everything, they don't want to talk about that. They don't want to talk about the evil that this God was doing, because it's an abomination. It's disgusting. It's completely in the obverse of what they're trying to sell. You know, it's all yin and yang, people. And, you know, the reason why probably I can see it, you know, vastly more than most people, is because I was born under the astrological sign of Libra. Libra is the scale that weighs every motherfucking thing up. And in one hand is the sword, in the other hand is the scale of justice. And so you're going to get justice one way or another. It's going to come by the fucking sword, or it's going to come by rational thought, you know, and all things being equal. That's how it is. That's how I am. And that's why I convey myself like I do. And lots of people don't want to hear it. But, yeah, I've got a lot to say about all that stuff, and I just keep digging deeper and deeper and deeper. And I'll start to post some of these videos where I get my source from, so you can see for yourselves. There's been lots of scholars, biblical scholars from thousands of years ago, which have said, hang on, hang on, hang on. All you Christians, you're all saying that God is great and God's beautiful and everything. Well, look, I mean, I'll read this and I'll read that and I'll read this and I'll read that, and it kind of like, but where's the beauty? Where's the benevolence? Where's the kindness? It is all completely arse about face. And yet, they call devil, the Satan, the evil one. Well, what did he do? What did he do, people? He just said, Eve. By the way, that evil motherfucker called Jehovah, right? He wants to keep you completely dumb and imprisoned under his jurisdiction. But that tree over there, if you should take a bite of that fruit, then you'll know all things. You'll know the difference between right and wrong, and you'll be able to make your own decisions about what you are as human beings. You'll be able to observe all other human beings, and then you'll be able to see them for what they are. You'll be able to see these tendencies. And so, what's evil about that? I'm asking a question. I'm just saying, what is actually evil about that? Nothing that's evil about that. And then if we try to find a depiction of this horned, red-skinned beast in the Bible, we can't, because it's never there. In actual fact, the first place I think that appeared is in this book, Milton's Paradise Lost. And I've just bought this book because I've heard about this book so many times, and I've got to see for myself where this depiction of the devil came from. Because from here, and other people's like artistic imagination, then all of a sudden that's what the devil is now. The devil never ever fucking was that. And we don't need, in actual fact, the devil to lead us astray. We're perfectly capable of doing that ourselves, thank you very much. Just like, we're perfectly capable of doing good deeds. It's all within the power and the autonomy and the genius of the human being. And so we've invented these fucking gods, and sometimes we invent them to blame all of our bad things. Oh, it's the devil, it's not me. It's him. He made me do it. And then, if it's good things, oh, I'm good, I'm kind, I'm loving, I'm with the Father, me and the Father are one. The human being, I've always said, it's great being a human being because it's all there. But please, don't ever get, under this misconception that it's all going to be this or it's all going to be that. And so this guy, St. John Julian or anything, I watched a few of his videos, and, he puts things together, and he's reasonable and rational in what he says. But it's so Jesus-orientated, it makes me want to vomit. And then, I love you all at the end of his videos, and this smile. I mean, it's the most contrived smile, and some people, they just want to be loved, and if they think they can do this all the time and just looking pleasant and everything, then it's going to attract people, and it does, it attracts the fool. And then, you're kind to people, and you ask people for money. Oh, we need money for this, and we need money for that. And look, I'm making these clay pots for these poor people. And all very patronising. The white man with a fucking beard in Africa. All this sort of stuff. And so, it's not all love, people. It's not all fucking light. And I think 99% of my viewers know that. There's probably still the odd Christian here. Well, I mean, I've just ultimately, I will slay them all. I will slay them all. Now, I'm not slaying the Christ consciousness. I'm not slaying the benevolent attributes of the human being. I am slaying that it comes from one man, and that's the only fucking way you're going to get to it. And it's not within you, it's within some fucker else. It ain't within no fucker else, people. It's within you. And so, what I say, and what in my book, I'm going, look, I mean, I point out all these stuffs about, the Old Testament, the New Testament, and different religions, and, ideologies and philosophies, and this, that, and the other. And I just ration it through, and you'll read the book, and you'll make your own minds up. But it just seems so plain to me. And, I say that I struggle with, you know, why people are like this, but I don't, you see. I've got it all under control, and I know, you know, pretty precisely why it is. It's because they're weak, it's because they're frail, it's because they have an ideology of how they want the world to be. They're in avoidance of pain because they're so weak and pathetic, and they've got no idea and concept that pain gives you probably the most powerful beneficial experiences that you can ever experience or possess. And I'm speaking from experience because, you know, I've had lots of them, and I've learned, and I've never resented them. I've never been in avoidance of them. I've embraced them and seen what they offer, what they have to offer. And it's amazing. And then within your consciousness, you meet heaven and you meet hell. You meet demons and devils, and you meet gods and angels. It's all going on in here, people. And I speak about a certain time in my life when I was deeply compromised by negative energies. I never, you know, grabbed the nearest Bible. Oh, Jesus, save me from this demon. No, I went inside. I exercised my own wisdom, my own power, my own God consciousness. God being that which we are, consciousness, the cosmos, not some bullshit demiurge of fucking Allah or Jehovah or any of those. No, no, no. We don't need no Jesus. We don't need no Mohammeds. Mohammeds. We don't need any of that. If you can't think for yourself, then you need it. If you want the world to be a certain way, then you need it. If you want to put your head up someone's arse or your own arse, then you need that. If you want to bury your head in the sand like a fucking camel, then you need that. If you're a thinking person, if you are a fully fledged human being, you know, with certain strengths, you don't need religion. Because you realise that you, in actual fact, have everything. And so why would we want to be bowing down to a fucking man in the fucking sky somewhere? Well, just have a think about it, man in the fucking sky. What's fucking hell all that about? It's fucking bollocks. A fucking devil at the centre of the earth. Oh, dear me. And the more you look into all this stuff, the more you look into the biblical scriptures, you just go, oh, please, really? Really? After 2,000 years, you're still expecting us to believe that? But fortunately, lots of people now are not believing in it. But, you know, when you listen to surveys conducted in America, there's still a large proportion of them that believe that the world is only 4,000 years old, maybe 6,000 years old, and God's created everything, and Jesus is beautiful, and no wonder America's in such a state. No wonder. I tell you what, they're going to fall, and they're going to fall hard, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm jumping with glee. I really am looking forward to the transition when we come out of the Kali Yuga into another dimension. But it's going to take fire and brimstone to do that, to change the indoctrinated muppetry of the masses. It's going to take fire and brimstone, people. And then when 90% of the pink ape has been wiped out, then hopefully the intelligence ones can take over again, and they will never try to introduce or incorporate any of that bullshit again. They're just going to speak about the human being being the fruit of the cosmos and having God consciousness, sharing in God consciousness. And so if we want to look for a God, then we look within, and because it's all here, it's all going on here, people. And so I think that's about it for the time being. Well, I'll probably be back in 10 minutes time with some more.